Hi lovely, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dotmark Stitches. So we are going to learn how I made this short gown. So it's two pattern, so with flare sleeve and the bow on the sleeve. So this is the front side and this is the chart slit at the back. So this is the back side. So I want to show you there how I made it. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe. So for folding our fabric, so this is the material. So I folded it into two like this. Then I later folded it. I want to cut the front and back together. So this is the, and I folded it again. So this will serve as front, the closing side there, and this is the zip side that is open. So I'm cutting both front and back together. So this is the front side and this is the back side now. And the length of the fabric, the length of the measurement I'm working with is 42. Then I had like 2 inches for the down folding and half inches for the joining of the shoulder here. So everything together will be like 44.5. So this is it. Now I'll be cutting the shoulder is 18 divided by 16 divided by 2, that is 8. So it's 8, I'm sorry. Then I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant, the armhole divided by 2. So this 8.5. For the armhole side, I look for the middle side here, which is 8.5. The middle side is 4.25. So I slant it here. Now from the shoulder to the half length is 16. Then from the waistline to the hip line is 8 inches. So this is the downside here. Now for the neckline, so I'm going to measure 3.5 for the width, and the length is going to be V-neck. So I'm going to come down by 8 inches. Then I'm slanting it like this. And the shoulder slant is already here. Then the bust measurement, the bust divided by 4. So the bust is 38. 38 divided by 4, that is 19 divided by 2, that is 9.5. Then 1.5 seam allowance. The waist measurement is 36. 36 divided by 2, that is 18. 18 divided by 2, that is 9. Then I add another 1.5 for the seam allowance. So now the hip measurement is 45. 45 divided by 4, that is 11.25 also. Then with another 1.5 for the seam allowance. Now the hip measurements, I just take away like 1.5 inch from the hip measurement, so that to be pencil. This is it. For the back side here, I'm working with 3.5 width for the back side, but for the length is like 1.5. It's okay. So this is the hip measurement. For the down slit here at the back, it's going to be like 8 inches. And then this is the folding side, 8 plus 2, that is 10. Yeah, I'm going to use this side. Because I want my slip allowance to be like 1.5 inch. So I'll be cutting it now. So all this allowance serve as that space and the seam allowance. Well, first of all, cut out the back neck, then the front neck, which is free, I'll cut it out. Then I slide my shoulder like this. Back now. Now that we have through with the cutting of the front and back, because it's going to have two patterns, I'm going to separate this front from the back. I'm going to slant this front side here to attach my pattern fabric to it. So I'm going to separate it. So this is the front now and this is the back. So what I'm going to do with the front now, I want to work with the front alone because I want to mix it. It's going to be two patterns. So what I'm going to do from this neck side here, everything is nine inches. So the middle side, I look for the middle side, which is 4.5. So I'm going to slant this 4.5 here. I will slant it to the shoulder side here. I'm going to slant it like that. I will cut it out. So I use it to cut this pattern fabric here. So now I've cut it out. So what I'm going to do right here, I will just cut this flower material. I will place it on the, I just place it directly like this. But while cutting it, I won't cut the exact measurement here. I will just add like ½ inch for the joining side so that I will not have the shortage by the time I replace it back. So what I'm doing right here, I will just add ½ inch for the joining side. Make sure you have half for the all through all the side. Before cutting it out. So this is it. What I'm going to do when I open this side, after I finish all the splitting, this is what I'm going to place. So what I'm going to do, I will just place it here. I will stitch it with the half inches that I add to it. So it's going to form V back like that. I'm not using lining, so because this material is thick enough, so I'll just stitch it there. I will show you the. Now that I've done with the joining, so I'm going to give it a good press. Now this front side, now I'm going to use it to cut out I will cut out the face for the next side here. I will use this fabric to cut out the face here. And you can use bias to pipe it. But I'm using this one, so I just fold it into two like this. So I will cut out the facing since it doesn't have the lining. Make sure it's aligned with it and you shape it out. This is the front facing. I'll use it to turn it from the front side to the negative side here. And for the back also, the cut facing for the back. And then we use this to cut out the facing, the back. We just place it like that. So this will serve as the back facing. So I just stitch like that. So for the facing of the back, then for the front side, now I'll just do that. Follow your nipple to nipple, which is the bust span. So this one is 8. So this 8 from the center here to mark the 8 by 2. That is turn it to the negative side. So for you to get your that space, your that place, you fold it into 2. This is the center, is, just fold it like this. Then follow your nipple to nipple, which is the bust span. That is, this one I'm working with is 8 divided by 2, that is 4. So you mark your 4 from the shoulder here, just 2 inches before your nipple. So you come down. This is, I'm working with 10 here, 10 by 4. This is 10 by 4. 10 by 4, then down to the 12. This 12. So what you are going to do, just hold half in the both side, half. Then slant it like this, like this. So you do the same thing to the other side here. From the shoulder, I come down by 10. This 10 and 4 inches for, that is the nipple to nipple. So that's 4 here. So with that 10, just come down like this. Now I'm at 12 inches. Where I stop before the hip side. And now draw the line. Then I come out for the both side, half. So now that I've turned it with the facing, so this is the front side now. So this is the front side. I will just place this hemigun for the facing side here. I'll place the hemigun here. Then I'll now put iron. So that I'll put iron for this side to be stay like this, for the facing side here. So I will do the same thing to the back side. So I've turned it with the facing also, and I'll place the darts. I'll place the darts for the back and the zip. I've inserted the zip. Also the darts in the front side. That is already there. So now what I'm going to do, I will join the shoulder to shoulder. Joining the shoulder, I've already joined the shoulder and the darts. And I started the 2 inches below the nipple, so everything is there. Now I'll be taking the bust measurement and the waist and the hip measurement downward like that. So what you do, just note the cutter of your bust, mark it, you can shock it. The cutter of your bust measurement, just mark it. Do the same thing for the other side. And the cutter of your waist measurement, just mark it. You can mark it with shock. You mark it like that. Then go to the nipple side, the cutter of your hip measurement, just mark it like that. And mark it like that. Then when you get to the downside, just reduce 1.5 from the hip measurement. So that in order to pencil like that, just mark it also. Mark it and shape it like that. You stitch it. So after that, just turn the allowance for the downside here. Start from the back side where the slit side is already here for the sleeve. So the length is 11, then you come down by 4 for the cap line, and shape it like this. And the band is 13 divided by 2, that is 6.5. Then you add like 1.5 to it for the same allowance. You now shape it. So it's down side here, marker 7. Cut it out. So I cut out the two together. I notch the upper side here it's going to have flared at the downside there, so I'll cut out the flared now. So after cutting out the sleeve, so this is the lining also, so I'm going to put the lining there. And for the flared for the sleeve, now you calculate the round sleeve measurement divided by 4. So this I'm working with 13, so that is 3 1/4. So I just mark out the 3 1/4 here. By the length is 16, so this one is 10 and I need 6 here, so I'm going to add 1 inch to this thread here, so that is 7. Then by the time I turn it to give me 6, so I mark out the 7 for the thread, shape it round like that. So I will now cut it out. So the cutter of the round sleeve, so this I will now cut down also. So I just place it to the sleeve like that. After stitching it, I'll place it. So this one is going to be in 2 form. I'll cut out the second one. I have turned the sleeve now. So for that sleeve, I'm going to cut out like this 4 piece. I'm going to cut out this channel 4 by 16, 4 wide and the 16 length. I'm going to cut out 4 pieces of this. Now put it like this. I will stitch it. So I will stitch it like this. From up here, I will stitch down like that, because I'm going to add it to this sleeve here. So I'll just cut out 4 pieces like that. After turning it, I will press it. So I will now place it to this side here. I will place it like this. I will look for the middle side of this sleeve here. I will look for the middle side like this. So now I will place it like this. I will now stitch it. I will stop it here. So I will do another one to this side here. So I will stitch it. I will stop here. So I will now use this one to form bow in the middle side here. So let me quickly do that. So now that I've formed the bow now, so I've turned the sleeve, I stitch it, and I've add the flared in downside here. So this is the sleeve now. So this is the sleeve. So I'm going to attach it to the main body. So I will attach it to the armhole here. I will just turn it to the negative side like this. So I will now place it inside. So I can use it to hold this side for the joining side here. I make sure that the both line is aligned. So I will now be stitching it. I'll be stitching it like this all around. I'll stitch it like that. I'll stitch it around. So now that I've placed the sleeve, so this is it. I've attached the sleeve. So for the downside here, because I'm not using lining, so and I don't want the stitch to be coming out, so I have to do I'll be doing the hemming for the downside. I'll use the hand needle, I place the thread, so I'll be doing the hemming for the downside, because I don't want the stitch to show the downside there. I have to do the hemming. Just fold it like this, and I'll be doing the hemming. That's so don't forget to subscribe if you find this tutorial helpful. So this is the front side. So we have done it with it.